And welcome to a very special episode of Boom Rookies. It is our City Country selection show. Joining me, City Origin legend and assistant coach Josh Reynolds.
Thank you, boys.
And Country Origin enthusiast and selector Nick Campton.
It's good to be here.
Okay, I mean, it's going to be an enthralling contest at Apex Oval in Dubbo next Friday, 8:30 p.m. on the delayed telecast.
Check your local guides.
Make sure you check your local guides. And yeah, it was no love lost between these two teams. Of course, City getting the narrow win last year at the Glen Willow Sports Complex in Mudgee. But it's anyone's game this year, Nick.
Yeah, it always is. It's always great when one of rugby league's great rivalries is renewed again for another year. It's always great to bring the bells and whistles to the selection process as well. And, getting former City legends like Grubb in here just really helps boost the prestige, helps remind everyone what this is all about,
Yeah.
Can I just say, I just want to have a little jab at Country. I feel Country are very similar to Queensland.
Same colours almost.
Yeah, very similar, but it's just like always, poor us. Like Queensland always come out and say, we're under the pump, no form, this and that. And I feel Country are a little bit like that. And I just feel, we know exactly what you think of us City Slickers. We get everything, all the footy, everything. But you know what? We all don't feel sorry for you guys.
And
you know what, Josh? You've got little jabs. We've got haymakers. And you'll see them at Apex Oval in Dubbo on that delayed telecast.
I love it.
You know why it's delayed? Because you can't have blood and guts on TV.
You can't.
That early in the night.
Do we know who the commentators are yet? Have they been locked in?
Not yet. We're still
There's a
working.
chance we're going to have to do it.
Okay, and with that said, let's get into the teams. If we take a look at our big board for City, we've got Kaio Weeks at fullback, Lehigh Hopewade and Sunia Taruva on the wings, Tolu Kola and Paul Alamotti in the centres, a halves combination of Blaze Talangi and Isaiah Katoa, Jacob Preston, Nat Butcher and Alex Twoll, the back row. The engine room led by Terrell May and Taniela Paseka. Blake Brayley is the captain and the hooker. On the bench, we've got Peter Mamazelos, Tavita Totola, Sean Bloor, Trey Mooney, Hugo Vala, and Dylan Nate.
What a side.
It's a good-looking team. It's a good-looking team. Grubb, what sort of stands out to you in that side? What are you most excited about to see in that mustard and blue outfit?
Youth. I think there's a lot of youth there. Just powerful. I see power. I think we've got speed. That's one thing we've definitely got. We've got tackle breakers. And look, we've got the best young halfback coming through.
That's important.
Let's face it. I like our bench. The likes of Trey Mooney. He's going to bring plenty off the bench. And
the versatility of Savala is very important
play
at this
anywhere.
level. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. 6-man bench. Hugo Savala's like your guy, right?
Perfect.
Big opportunity for, Jacob Preston to put his hand up for Origin selection. But there'll be a few of these guys in the picture. But very, very
A
confident.
genuine selection
Matt, I was
trial.
going to say, Matt, would you say this is a genuine selection
Nick,
trial?
I would say this is a genuine selection trial. A
Great
lot of
to
Origin
hear.
jerseys are on the line here. So
Well, I think there's a couple of guys here who have been mainstays for City over the last couple of years, and this could be their last time donning the mustard.
because
and
of
blue,
course you are
as
no
we
longer
know-
eligible once you've played Origin or Test footy.
That's right. This is a pathway rep match. This is for guys who will wear the sky blue in the future, or for guys later in their careers who have finally earned a little bit of a shine. I could see this being the last time we see Tolu Kola in mustard and blue. Maybe not this season, but the time draws near where Isaiah Katoa graduates from this. Terrell May, Blake Brayley, Paseka, Preston. This could be the last time for all of them, And there's a lot
And
of
what
love.
storied careers they've had in
Absolutely,
in that jersey.
there's a lot of love for the city jersey. These blokes bleed mustard and blue, and I have no doubt they'll give a good account of themselves on the way out.
All right, Camper, let's run through the country team.
At fullback and captain, we have Scott Drinkwater from the Terrigal Sharks. On the wings, we have Thomas Jenkins from the Young Cherry Pickers and Braden Burns from the Coonamble Bears. In the centres, we have Jack Bostock and Fletcher Sharp. At 5'8", we have Ethan Strange. At halfback, it was tough to find one, but we did. We've got Sandon Smith, Jesse Colhoun, Tallis Duncan, and Dylan Lucas. And then up front, we've got Ford, Egan, and Couchman. And then on the bench, we've got Tom Starling, Teague Wilton, say his name and he appears, Ben Tolte, Hamish Stewart. In the 18, we've got Will Kennedy. In the 19, we've got Jermaine McEwen.
Good side.
It's a strong team.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Country is sort of in a different place to City. There's a fair few first-timers here. We've got a score of debutants in the backline. In fact, our entire 2 to 5 is on debut.
Wow.
But we'll lean on experienced players like Jackson Ford, who is in that position that some of the City dudes are in. This will be his last time wearing the maroon and gold because I think he's going to play game one for
Absolutely,
sure.
correct.
Excited to see Jesse Colquhoun get a start there. The selectors were surprised to find out he wasn't a Cronulla junior. For some reason, that stuck in their heads. But he's from Wollongong, so keen to see how he goes.
But the big selection controversy was that of Tallis Duncan, who we went back and forth on his eligibility.
Yeah, what is he?
There was an eligibility tug of war over
was.
Tallis Duncan because his junior clubs on his profile are listed as Dungog Warriors, that's as country as it gets, and Clovelly Crocodiles.
Well,
or
it's
as
got
city as it
to
gets.
come down to how many games he played for each. It has to.
Well, he started out with Dungog, and he only played for Clovelly.
I think we need to
He
file
only
an
played
11th
for-
hour
Well, I'm very happy
protest.
with our back row.
He
so
only
yous
played.
can
I was
have
going to
him.
say, like, is
You
there
can have him.
discord in the city camp? Do you not want Nat Butcher there? Do
I
you not
love
want
Nat
Presto?
Butcher.
No, I'm just saying it's just an interesting one.
Just
But,
like Queensland, bending the rules.
bending the rules always.
Well,
trying.
I was thinking about when Jerome Buller was fit. I was thinking of trying to sneak him in at fullback, even though his junior club is Runaway Bay up on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
He has said he wants to play for the Blues, though. So if we can't break the rules for him, what
Yeah.
can we do?
All right, and we've got Josh here, but let's, via video link, a quick message from one of the country coaches, Matt King.
To play for country, you have to be a tough bugger. People from the country go through droughts, floods, fires, bloody everything, and you need to be able to represent being a tough bugger to be able to play in this footy team.
Powerful words.
Absolutely. It's good to see that the country coaching staff are hard at work while the city coaching staff are mucking around on podcasts.
Yeah, well, I just feel you need to do that because we don't really need to tell everyone what it means to play for the city. You know, as soon as you walk in to where do we go? Coogee was a hotel there.
The Coogee Bay Hotel.
Well, we go there too.
Yep.
That's a big part of the city. So
is.
you know we've heard about Origin drink ups.
Of course.
The city one is a huge. This is where you're accepted into the city ranks. It is massive. Funny story in one of the city camps, Trent Hodgkinson and I both going into the camp, lingering injuries. I think I had like something a little bit minor, like a cork, but obviously drinking and corks don't go well together. It can sometimes.
Well, the science is disputed on that.
But I wasn't very good at science at school, so I sort of
No.
So, but Hocko's knee, bone on bone, poor bloke went through a really bad time. But we sort of said, you know what? Because we want to buy into the city experience and we want to be a part of this team. The great Freddie Bradley Fittler was our coach, so we sort of said, look, what do we do? Like, we shouldn't drink. We definitely shouldn't, but we got to buy in. So we went to Freddie and we said, look, what do you reckon? Should we have a couple of beers with the boys and, you know, be a part of it? Or, you know, should we just sort of knock it on the head and, you know, play the game? Probably should have. Realistically, right now, I probably should have done that, but it wasn't me. We wake up, we have a big night, great night, really fun. And I'm glad you done it because you're like, this. I got to know the boys a lot more because you don't really get to play with them or you play against them. My little mate in the bunk next to me, though, wakes up and goes, look at my knee. His knee was the size of a balloon. It was huge. Sorry, just quickly back. Freddie said, I don't care what you do as long as you train tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was always like, sweet, I'll be fine. But Hocko was a bit nervous. I said, look, you do whatever you want, man. He had a couple of beers, mate. He woke up, his knee was that big. He goes, I can't. So we had to go up to Freddie and he left camp.
But that's why he's such a consummate team man. You know, he's like, the team needs me to hit the piss at the cost of my own knee. And he did it.
That's why we love him.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if we find out this week that the Bourbon and Beefsteak is reopening or something and the city boys can get in there and camp, like, it could be a big advantage.
Funny you say that as well because that's what would happen, right? So you'd all start somewhere. Say we'd start in Coogee. The country boys would be luxurious. They're very luxurious.
Yeah, they'd find some one of those
posh.
Yeah, one of those like posh villas
Probably.
that only
Camps
A-list celebrities
training
go to.
camp's no, we're not going into camp.
before it was even built.
Yeah.
We're not going into camp in Barrel. Like, what are we talking
Well,
about
the
here?
Georgies are so country. Come on, you should.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sipping Chardonnay at the Bradman Museum.
so we'd all be out, but then you'd go into the cross and you'd see all the country boys because they'd be out there. You know what I mean? We'd be there. We go, "Oi, what are you doing? Get out of our town!"
Yeah.
That's what happened multiple years in a row.
Oh, it's so
Fun
good.
times. I really miss it.
Yeah.
You actually, on a serious note, it was my first ever rep jersey.
Yeah.
So I take a lot of pride in, you know, representing where you're from. And yeah, I miss it. I really did. I thought it was a great concept. Obviously, with the amount of games and stuff now, we've got to take that into consideration. But mate, brilliant concept. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, well, what I always really liked about it was, you know, the sense of community that you get from both the teams. And really, that's what rugby league is, right?
Yep.
Playing for different communities, playing for your club, your state, your country. This is a unique opportunity because if you're for country, you get to play for your town. If you're city, you get to play for your suburb, for your area. And you know, we have the joke about how, you know, country in Queensland and there's the crossover there. But the city aspect of it was something I didn't really grasp as much until Freddie got in charge. And I know that for years he would, you know, take players into different communities in the city, some more privileged or less privileged than others, and just sort of say, these are the people that you're playing for. You know, this is your city and you need to understand it.
We did go to feed the homeless and stuff a few at night, which was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It was taking us back and understanding who you are representing. So it was cool, man. Really, really. Freddie done a really good job.
What the country doing? Robbing people, I bet.
No, I didn't say that.
Whatever it takes.
I didn't.
But yeah, 8:30 p.m. next Friday in Dubbo, Nick. We'll be there. Can't wait. Been told by the ground staff that there's going to be a fast deck. So
You'd hope so.
look forward to that.
You'd hope so.
If you're heading out there, say good day. And yeah, come on, you City.
Come on, you City. I'll be in the blue shirt running out the messages.